Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Wally on this. I think we can call it a Jarvis's corner, even though it's Tuesday. So tonight we're going to talk about the latest news, and there are some updates on that Man United apparently are weighing up a 60 million euro bid or a 55 million pound offer for PSG player Warren Zaïre-Emery. And Man United's chiefs are considering a move for the midfielder. They did so back in 2023 when he was just 17. So it's a guy we have been scouted for a long, long time. And we will break down everything that is to know about that guy. And I will have Stu's opinion and you guys' opinion about him. And if he's a good choice in the current midfield setup. On other news, Carrick will move to a more attacking controlled type of football next season. We will see about that. We will have the debate what players we need in to be a little bit more controlling, to press a little bit higher. Do we need aerial strength, for example, or are we that good in pressing high? We will have the debate. I'm looking forward to that one with you guys. There has been a supporter club statement. Stu will tell you all about it. As a former season ticket holder, he knows about everything that's going on right now with the current mess with the season ticket holders being afraid of losing their tickets if they do anything wrong. You have no leeway. We will also talk about a new option that just came out. It's Archie Brown, who plays for Fenerbahce. He's been linked to Man United as a left back. And I think we need to delve into this. Maybe it's something to look a little bit closer to. And also, Rade Vitek's price is revealed. What Man United would ask for the reserve goalkeeper. Apparently, we want 15 million pounds for him if he's to leave on a permanent basis. And on other news, Summerville to Saudi Arabia, 55 million plus 10 million pounds, according to Fabrizio Romano, and there are several reports on this. I have a lot to talk about. We haven't been live for a long, long time. People, get your comments in, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils, and we will be back after this short intro. So guys, see you in a sec. Yes. Welcome, guys, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Wally in that lovely Man United shirt. Is it a new one or is it an old one?
Oh, this is a very, very old one. This is a late 80s shirt. You can tell it's in the transfers and all that. Terrible on it. They were really bad at the time.
Looks good.
But I just about squeezed into it. So I dug it out the other night. So I thought next time I'm on, I will sport the shirt.
Fantastic. Yes, it's been a while. We haven't been live in a week or so. I've been away traveling, been doing stuff. It's summer holiday, and I reckon you guys have been busy watching Man United against Wrexham, the latest transfer news, the World Cup. Yeah, we can go through it all. And I see Tom Porter is in the house. We have Blank is coming in. We have Belal coming in with a membership chat. If you become a member, we have a free membership chat a month. Coming in and say, Jarvis and Stu, I hope you're well. I missed the show. Thank you, Belal. Ineos out. You are a legend of the show. We have She's Fan coming in. Good evening from Kampala, Uganda. Wow. Big up from Kampala, Uganda. And let's see, we have MUFC debate. Let me just scroll down. I'm way behind. Is it just me? Is in the house?
Loads.
So many of you legends. Thank you for tuning in. Even Johnny Kermode is in the house. Coming in and say that looks like a 1990 FA Cup winning shirt, Stu. Am I right?
I think it's 89, 90. Yes, I can't quite remember. It was quite a while ago, Johnny K, but I had it from you. and yeah, it's I love it. It's one of my favorite
It's a
shirts.
1990, yeah.
I don't keep many shirts, but this one I did keep because it's one of my favorite designs. So, but it was 89.90, I think, 100%. Big up, Rob.
Rob, thank you for that. Being a member 12 months. Wow. Been supporting us for more than a year now. Thank you, my friend. Saying big up Jarvis and Stu and the chat. Yes, I wanna start with the show, and we can talk a little bit about this news that came out. And Stu, I don't know if you saw this. A lot of other YouTubers have been doing their reports on Manchester United are reportedly weighing up a 60 million euro, 51 million pound offer for PSG for star Warren Zaïre-Emery. And he's a versatile player as far as I know. He can play as a left back, he can play as a 6, he can play as an 8, he can play as a 10. He's played a lot of games. We have been scouting him since when he was 17, still young. He has a lot of experience. He have won the Champions League twice. I don't know what to say about this guy. So, do you know anything about him, or should I bring up the Foot Mob and Sofa Score, and we can have a closer look?
I don't know too much about him, really. I had a look at him earlier on this afternoon. A big up all, by the way. Good evening to everybody. I think at 22, I don't know. He's French-stroke Martinique, isn't he? That's his nationality. I think his dad. I think his dad was a player, if I'm not too mistaken, as well. I don't know a huge amount about him. We've probably seen him, but paid little attention to him. I think he's one of those players that potentially has is one to watch, or has been one to watch. But I think he's just using us for a contract extension. I think he wants PSG to pay. And I think it's a lot of money for a 20-year-old. Is he 20 years old? Is he something like that?
He's 20 years old. Yes, he's born March the 8th, 2006. Yes. So let's have a quick look. If you look at his valuation, you see it here. He's valued to almost 80 million euros. He's French, as you said. Contract ends 2029. Still young, 20 years. Not the tallest player, only 170 centimeters, and he's a right footer. If you go down a bit, if you see his primary positions, it's central midfielder. He can also operate as a DM and as a right back. I said left back. Sorry, guys. Right back. That's the right. And if you go, let me just see if I can enhance this a little bit for you guys to see. So touches. He has a lot of touches on the ball. He's in the 95 percentile. He creates an okay amount of chances. He's in the 83rd percentile, and he contributes with a lot of goals and shot attempts. Defensive contributions, not his strongest, but although this is PSG, so most teams sit back against them, and he also is weak when it comes to aerial duels won. So this is just a quick review of this player. Let's go and see his season this so far. 32 matches, 2,453 minutes, 3 goals, 4 assists, 27 games started, and a cheeky rating of 739 in the French league. So good numbers. We don't want to watch his stats for the World Cup, do we? No. Oh. Well, we can look at this epi refs. So you have a gist of what type of player he is.
I don't see how you get him for 50 million quid then for a start. Not at all. I don't see that. He was in the World Cup, wasn't he? So he's played 2 games in the World Cup. Obviously, the 6-4 defeat to the mighty England. And but for Paris Saint-Germain,
probably the Norway game.
He may have played in that. Yes, I would imagine it's those two. Where's he played mainly for Paris Saint-Germain? If he's played 27, if he's started 27 times, we've seen him play, and I don't recall him.
Which is a bit of an issue. He's probably one of those players that you don't pay attention to, but he looks like a steady Eddie when you look at his numbers. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7.39 rating, creates a lot of chances, very good on the ball, But when you play with Vitinha and Neves, it's,
Well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and his FB referables per 90 shots, goals, that's good. Passing ability, successful pass percentage is in the 93.7, so that's very strong. So he's one of the best passers in the world. So that's really, really good.
The one thing I would say is that this season or this year we've concluded our business very quickly, very sharply, and very quietly. And so I would probably say this as a non-starter because it's hit the ether, and as much as everybody now knows about it. So I'm kind of guessing it's been put out there by him or his agents or Paris Saint-Germain rather than us. And so I would be quite surprised if we're in for him. He looks decent. If he's decent,
it's that source. The source is what's it? The Futu Mercato or something. The French source that came out. Tutu Mercado, and and even though my United Stand broke it today, this report was out yesterday actually from France, and I read it then. So I thought nothing about it, but suddenly it's on everybody's lips.
Yeah, so, I think we're a bit behind. What I would say is, if why would PSG let a player of that caliber go? And if you started 27 times for them, I would find it difficult to see why they would want to let him go unless they've got a replacement in mind. Versatility-wise, I quite like it, I must admit. I think if you can play right back and centre midfield, that's great for us, and possibly a 10 as well. That's great for us. But I would say we're being used, and my old mate on this one. If it came to fruition, I would be very, very surprised.
Yeah. See Hilvin Mason coming in and say, yeah, this guy is a good footballer, and Luhmann, I don't want Ineos to buy players for the right price. I'm willing to pay for us. Yeah. So, but for me, when it comes to him, yes, he's a very good player, but for me, it's a no. It's not the type of profile I want. I need a player who is defensively stable, a combative midfielder, a guy who can win headers. We saw the reports that came out today. We saw that Carrick wants to be more attacking. He wants to be more controlled. He wants to go away from the counter-attacking football. And this were the reports that came out. I don't know if you saw that, Stu, but I find it a little bit it's interesting. So this is the report. Let me just bring it up and read it out. It's from Nate Salt saying that trying to add it to stage.
Yeah, it's going to come up here.
That Michael Carrick wants Manchester United to play with greater control next season, so they can dominate matches and not rely on playing in transition. So this is the kind of the footy debate I want to have with you tonight, Stu, but because we saw this Zaire-Emery guy, 178 centimeters tall, very good on the ball, a controller, not defensively very astute, but it's hard to say, when you play PSG, when it comes to his defensive stats. But what I do know is, if we press high, let's say we want to be in control of the game, because if you want to be in control of the game, you need possession. And to have possession, you need to win back possession. And you don't win back possession by dropping back into a mid-block compact 4-4-2. Then you let the opposition have the possession. So ergo, if you want to control the games, you need to be more front foot football. You need to press higher. You need to win back the ball. And then keep possession. Put the opposition under siege. So for this to happen, we need to be extremely good by pressing, but also what do the opposition mostly do when we press high? Let's say we press with 5 or 6 guys. We squeeze them, and what do? They play it long. So what's next? We have to win that aerial duel. Is Yuri Tielemans the guy? Is this Zaire-Emery the guy to win that duel for us to continue that high press and dominate the game? You know, for me, I think we need a 6'5" guy who can cover ground, a Rodri type of player, a Busquets type of player, a midfield beast who will take down the ball, Sander Berge maybe, and then keep on into the next attack. So for me, you know, I think this is a pipe dream. I think this is not the right, even if you are going for a profile like this. So yeah, I basically laid my case.
Well, you know me. I want a straight 6. Always wanted a 6. Loved a 6. I'm going to be very controversial here and tell you the type of player that we need. And it is extremely controversial because he had a brilliant semi-final. He was a wanker in the final. And as our good old mate, Paredes from Argentina. Now, I text the group, if you remember, and I was buzzing about how Paredes played the perfect 6 against us. He was absolutely superb against us. He didn't do anything untoward, but if you looked at his positional play all the time, he was centralised. Even when he was slightly to the left, slightly to the right, straight up, straight down, he was centralised. And he picked up everything, every loose ball, won the odd header now and again, but passed it 5 yards, passed it 10 yards, passed it 3 yards. No more than 10 yards did he pass that ball, and he got Argentina kicking. And when De Paul came on against us, he was looking for Paredes. Paredes was looking for De Paul. Messi moved out wide, and so allowed Paredes to occupy more of the central area, which we didn't cope with. And then I don't want Paredes at all. I'm just saying how he played.
You're talking about the profile.
The profile of him. I'm not talking about him at all. He's a tosser. Don't have anything to do with him. But I'm talking about the way that he played profile-wise. And it allowed Messi to move out to the right for the last 20, 25 minutes, back himself to beat Jed Spence. And every time the ball came into the middle, who picked it up? Paredes. And that's what you need. That type of footballer, not him at all, but that type of footballer is what you need. And I've been talking about this for years, Jarvis, absolutely years. And we've always used Rodri as a perfect example. How the fuck he got player of the tournament is beyond me, but he did. But anyway, that's a different story. And how the fuck did when you get knocked out of the tournament, you could still win the Golden Boot? Unbelievable. But there you go. That's another thing. But I'm talking about control of the ball, dictating the style of play, dictating the pace of the play. And he just kept it going. He dropped it out to De Paul, and De Paul became dangerous with his crossing, his positional play, and the way that the two of them supported Messi out on the right. They became the threat that won the game. I can go into why we got beat by them, all the time. I mean, there's certain things you could do, but I'm talking about the profile of player who can just hang in that middle third, stay there, get the ball, deliver it, get it, deliver it, get it, deliver it, get it, deliver it. Before you know it, you're on the edge of the opposition box. But he's remained in and around the centre circle, ready to pick up any scraps. And that's the profile that we need. And there's not many of those players out there that can do it. There's only a handful that can do it. And we all know that Baleba can do that when he puts his mind to it. We know that, by the way, Villa has scooped in with João Gomez, by the way. Unbelievable that was. That just went completely under the radar, but they've done that, and he's a player that can do it. He's not at the elite level of doing it, but he's a footballer that can do it.
He's that type of profile, yes. Yes.
Now Tielemans actually, Jarvis, can play that game because he's got the brains to do it.
Okay.
And it's quite funny because you put a short up today about what I was talking about, legs, and I'm not, you don't need speed
Yeah, because I saw all the debates, going on about midfielders, and I found that on made a short of that, because I think you made a really good point about,
because the debate is now about athletes, and even Joey Barton, who we all don't like Joey Barton, do we? Makes a point that what you've got today in today's modern game is athletes, but they don't know what to do with the fucking football when they've got it. And that's the point we were making. And that's the point where a number 6, a good old-fashioned 6, whether you like them, hate them, don't appreciate a 6, think it's a boring role, think it doesn't have anything to do with modern-day football, it does, because Rodri proved it with Spain, Paredes proved it against us for Argentina, and Tielemans actually has got the gumption to be able to do that. If we were ever stuck and we didn't get the right 6 that we wanted, Tielemans has got that ability to play that role. But the problem is, then you take the rest of Tielemans' game out the equation, don't you? Where he's a very clever footballer, brilliant at set pieces, can score goals and stuff like that. So I'm kind of, we need a 6, 100% need a 6. We've got a fabulous footballer in
I think we need a 6. Yeah.
And so I'm pleased more than anything, actually, that Carrick has decided that we're not going to play counter-attacking football anymore. We're going to go for the jugular. And to go for the jugular, you've got to have, as you quite rightly say, a Sander Berge, a Baleba type player. You've got no choice in that system.
Or Rodri or Busquets or whoever,
Busquets or anyone of that nature. That's what we need. Yeah. So, and that's what I think that we need. DVD says is absolutely brilliant. And that is that Rodri reads the game very, very well.
Yeah, and he plays the game.
And he does.
Look at Vitinha. Look at Vitinha. He plays.
Yeah, it's very, very simple. DVD. I think you're absolutely right, though, and that's what I like about Rodri. Hate the fucker because he doesn't play for us, but what a central midfield player. So, all in all, that's what we need. So I don't think Emery's are the right move for us at all. I think we've got somebody lined up. I think he's been at the World Cup, Jarvis. I think there's a K in there somewhere, and I think that's probably who we'll end up with.
Okay.
From Mr. Roma. I think we'll probably get him.
Okay. Guys, a lot of things going on in the chat. Please, guys, behave, be nice, no trolling. Use your real name, username, not copy other names. That's not allowed. Then you will get timed. So come on, guys, stop the nonsense. We are adults. We are just here to talk about football, and that's all. So please, guys, behave, or we have to start taking measures. And we don't want that. We want to create a community where people actually get chances and can behave and have a good time. Yeah. That's just everybody be positive, be nice to each other. That's what I need. Yes,
so we need a specialist number 6. So that if you've been watching this for a long time, Jarvis will tell me here. I've been talking about it for years, and not just 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years. I've been talking about it for years. We need a specialist 6, and if we don't get it this time, we may well fall into the same trap as we have this year. And I don't think he'll be able to be as flexible, Jarvis, as I think he wants to be.
My biggest fear is that we'll end up with an aging Tielemans ending up, let's say, in 2 seasons, 1.5 season, as Eriksen, for example. Lacking on his engine, lacking on his legs a little bit. And we will have to use like Kobe Mainu and Santos to cover up for him all the time. And we always have a mismatch in every constellation we try to set up in the pivot, or if you play with the midfield 3 and all of this. So I 100% agree wholeheartedly with you, Stu. I think we need a guy who can come in and dictate. We have been mentioning Sangare, we have been mentioning Kone, we have been mentioning Sander Berge, and I think that's the right profile. I think we are looking at that type of player. So I don't know, guys, who you would like us to sign next, but I think we can drop Emery, Zaire-Emery, or what's his name. So I can't see him as the right profile, although I might be wrong. I'm just saying.
I think we need a left footer, pal. I want to see a bit of balance on the, with a left footer in there. Left footer, right footer, Bruno, and then Mbuemo, Cunha, and do you go with a false nine? Not particularly for me. Go with Sesko all day long. I think he's going to have a solid season, Sesko. But am I right? And I think Tielemans is going to give us a lot of great energy. The thing about Tielemans and Santos is it allows us to rotate Kobe a bit more. Should allow us to rotate Bruno a bit more. Bring in Mason Mount on the odd occasion. Oh, I'd rather he go. To be honest,
but again, okay. We are back to talking about players, and I want to talk about profiles. But I just want to give this to Simon. He's saying Scott is wanted by Arsenal, City, and Chelsea besides us. So first come, first grab. And Alex Scott apparently haven't signed a new contract with Bournemouth, and but Bournemouth are not selling. They are saying no to everybody, and there were a bid from Chelsea tonight actually. This came out saying Chelsea had a recent approach for Alex Scott rebuffed, and Chelsea were willing to pay over £60 million, but Bournemouth made it clear they don't wish to sell the player. So I think, if you want a profile like Alex Scott, a high energy guy who can cover a lot of ground, who's good on the ball, not particularly big, but I think he knows his way around defensively. But I don't know if he's the right profile. If we want to do, as Carrick said, going more with greater control.
I like Scott Jarvis. I don't think he's our right profile, by the way. I agree with you, pal. I don't think he is. I know one thing, though. If he's refusing to sign a contract, then he's obviously got contract offers on the table for him. And you might see that one go deep into the transfer window because all Bournemouth are trying to do is extend his contract with a release clause. That'll make sense.
But the thing is, they don't have to sell him this summer.
No, he's got 2 years left, hasn't he, on his contract?
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years.
And they might have ambitions for themselves. They know they're going into Europa League next season.
Good and,
they can easily win Europa League next season and qualify for the Champions League. That will easily give them £100 million. So maybe they are just banking on, let's do whatever. Let's just stay in the Premier League and do everything we can to win the Europa League next season, and then we will be good. So they might just gamble, and Bournemouth, they could have ambitions just for once.
I mean, look, if the club doesn't want to sell, then they don't want to sell. It's going to take a stupid offer to get him out. But I mean, what I don't understand with Chelsea's offer, if you're going in and offering 60 million quid for him, knowing that even in boxing, knowing that Anderson, who I didn't think had a brilliant World Cup at all, goes for nobody seems to know, 117 to 130. Nobody seems to know what the deal is. And Chelsea just paid 116 for Rodgers. Why are you going to lowball Bournemouth with 60 million quid? Doesn't make sense to me. You know the value of the market. If you're paying 116 million for Rodgers, which is supposed to be £1 million more than what Anderson went for at City, supposedly. Although people will tell you it's 130, won't they?
Yeah.
Then why on earth, seriously, why on earth you can even consider mugging Bournemouth off for 60 million quid? I mean, we do that, but Chelsea aren't afraid to spend the money.
No, Chelsea, they
don't care. They don't give a flying fuck.
I don't know, but they are really good at selling players. Cass did the show earlier tonight. I watched it. He talked about Chelsea and their ability to sell players. They are amazing how they make deals.
They're going to sell Garnacho to Villa, aren't they, Box? Which I find is hilarious. I find that looking brilliant. But and this goes back to, by the way, Emery. None of us saw the Tottenham lad coming in, and he's coming in to play first team football. You know, he's going to be playing first team football. So we didn't see that coming in.
No,
we're trying to sign the Leicester City centre half, aren't we, for 12 mil at the moment. So we're trying to do these deals, and you know, ultimately, I think if we're interested in Scott, we're not going to say anything. So I think it's massively telling that this Emery thing is more of a you know, a hook, a bit like Tchouaméni, Jarvis, signed a 4-year deal at 400 grand a week. I wouldn't be surprised if Emery doesn't do the same. Now, you could maybe try and do a deal, but again, he's not the right profile for Emery on loan, but you're not going to get him on loan either. So we're running out of profile to suit what we need to do. With our formation,
there's no scarcity when it comes to footballers. Believe me, there are players out there. But if we want big name players, you know, now we are at our last midfield signing, and I think people expect a big name signing coming in, a tier 1 guy, and yeah, okay, those are limited, but. You know, reading what Whitfield, what Ben Jacobs are writing, what even Fabrizio Romano, I think it's a guess game. I think we have seen Man United this season keeping everything really tight ship. Nothing comes out, or just what they brief to their sources, as The Athletic, for example.
Nobody knows.
Even Ornstein is just guessing at the moment. So
he's struggling. And the interesting thing is, I've seen Fabrizio become very a bit more. He doesn't really talk about Manchester United as much as he normally would, because he doesn't. He just doesn't know what's going on. Nobody seems to know what's going on. So, you know, Tielemans came out of the blue. I think it's a great piece of business for 37 million quid. I really do. I mean, fuck me. We could have just had the steal of the century there. We really could, because
we could.
I think you'll get a good 3 years out of Tielemans. Looks after himself very well. Belgian captain. Not a lot. That's a lot to sing about, by the way. But you know, but still Belgian captain. You know. I know he was injured, but he's back at United now. I think he'll go away on holiday. You know, so we weren't great against Wrexham, but we were not supposed to be. I saw little bits of it. I wasn't, you know, it is.
I didn't see the game. You know, it's
the
first couple of games in the season was all about fitness. You know, when you come into game 3, 4, and 5, you will see a pattern of what we are trying to do next season. It's always been like this. So
Rashford
for me now,
back for 3 weeks. So Rashford ain't back till first week in August. And we've got Martínez injured, but won't be back till the first week in August unless he comes in for treatment. But I don't know what the rules are on that, whether he can have treatment, whether he's got to do it at the national team, or whether he can come back to us. So don't really know. But we've just got to, I think whatever we do, I think Carrick's going to want everything done by the end of July, first week in August. I think that'll be his cut-off point. Look, that's it. I want this done by then. And so
but I don't think you have a say when it comes to this.
No, I don't think he does. But I mean, I would be pushing.
I think the plan is just to not do anything over eagerly and sign any players on panic mode. You know, as I talked about scarcity in the market, we proved it or they proved it to us when we didn't sign Tonali and we didn't sign Matheus Fernandes. That they could pull a rabbit out of the hat and just give us someone else.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased about the Fernandes deal. 85 million was way over the top.
Yeah,
Tonali,
way over the top.
102 Tonali in the end. Was it 102?
Was it 95 plus 5 or something? Yeah.
Okay, you know, great, good player. I like Tonali, but I'm not overly unduly upset about that. Not getting Tonali now. I'm happy with our 2 signings, to be honest. This young lad from Spurs, this young lad from Spurs is supposed to be some player. Some player he's supposed to be. So, you know, whether we've got,
none of us had ever heard about him 2 days ago. So
again, it's great, isn't it? It's kind of good that we're doing this. It's great. He looks happy. Looks like he wants to be there. So we'll just have to wait and see what we say. But I'm really pleased. I'm with boxing, pleased with what we've done. Carl Darlow is no mug in goal. Played 14 times for Leeds.
How many games did he play?
14 or 15 last season for Leeds. So he's no mug. Great third choice goalkeeper. I hear that I read somewhere yesterday we're in for the Paraguayan number 1.
Yeah, Gil.
Yeah.
He's a massive bloke, 6'7" something. Yeah,
he's a solid keeper. He is. I thought he was solid. Yeah, he was brilliant. So if we get that, and apparently he's cheap. You're talking less than Lamans in terms of what he's worth. 12 million or something like that. So again, we could be doing some smart business with the Leicester kid, with Gil. We could be doing some very, very, very smart business. It does come out yet. The red one, I think. Sorry, the blue one comes out tomorrow.
The blue one. Yeah. We talked about it last week. Yeah. We have royalties in the chat. We have Queen Stephanie coming in and saying big up Jarvis and Stu and the Devilish Tacticals. Thank you, Stephanie, for coming in and Rootinator and all of you guys asking for.
As well. We got the other Queen in as well.
Grace. Oh, Grace. Big up, Grace. I hope you're well. And before we go to Grace's comment, I just want to say, people, please remember to smash the like. We are 91 on YouTube at the moment. So it's so important that you guys smash the like. We haven't been live for a week's time. So, we are just trying to get back on the horse, getting back into the action. It's it's always difficult. This is... Yeah. So if I'm a little bit rusty today, it's just because I've been...
If he's a little bit rusty, it's because he's been wankered for 4 days, okay? And when I say wankered, absolutely fucking hammered. He's an animal, ladies and gentlemen. But he needed it. He needed the break.
I had a wonderful time, Stu. And
you look like you had a great time. And the picture
I played a lot of golf, to be honest.
Superb.
I went to the south. I met a lot of old friends. Been out golfing all day, and
that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Me and the lads have booked the Sexy Six. We're off to Milan next year. We've decided that's going to be our haunt for next year. We're going to Milan. I've travelled far and wide in Italy, but Milan, I've never been to.
No, never. I've never been to the north. Or once. I've been once, but just for a weekend. So I wouldn't know much about it. A lot of people in the chat. Yeah, let's just.
That's because Dallo wasn't playing, my darling Grace. Dallo would have kept a clean sheet if Dallo had been there.
I got my IV this morning.
Trust me, Ramos. He's an absolute animal. Chelsea, by the way, I've just signed Morgan Rogers.
Yes. Is it official now? 119 million something.
It's just been made official, I think.
Go to excellence.
Done deal. Morgan Rogers. Yeah. I don't know which the final money is, but he's gone.
It's too much. Yeah. Did he set the Premier League on fire last season?
Against us, he did, didn't he? In that one game, didn't he score twice? Similar goals. Let's have
he did.
117.
Okay. So this is the report coming out from Fabrizio Romano saying official Morgan Rogers joins Chelsea, £117 million deal from Aston Villa confirmed, and contract until June 2032 plus an option for further year. So
good deal.
6 year, 5+1. Basically, I saw Ben Jacobs reporting this half an hour ago. So, but now it's official anyway. So,
So there was a lot of speculation. Yeah, there's a lot of speculation that Cole Palmer would be up for grabs, but he's just never going to be in that ballpark for Cole Palmer.
Could we see now Garnacho going to Aston Villa?
Yeah, that's happening.
We have Gordon going to Newcastle, to Barcelona, and then Rashford goes to Newcastle. Is it like this? Which route?
I think Rashford should go to Newquay. Yeah, I do. I think it'd be a great fit for him.
Yeah, Why
I really
not?
do. I think it'd be a great fit. Yeah, for me, yeah, superb. I don't think he will. Something tells me he'll come back, and he'll stay. It'll stay. But yeah, I think it's a good piece of business. What's Morgan Rogers? 23, 22, 23, something like that.
119 is madness.
Well, it is madness.
117,
I mean, it is.
117
Yeah, it is
million
madness.
pounds.
I mean, Anderson would
It's a
have been given
fucking joke.
Yeah, Anderson would have been given it the big and running around the England camp, 115 mil more than Jude, and then Morgan Rogers comes back 3 days later. Fuck you, I'm 117. Honestly, I don't necessarily know where. I do know.
At least are coming in and saying 170. Football has gone to a point where we can't go back from. Definitely need a price cap. Yeah.
I'm just asking why. So I was just about to make the point, Alessia, that there are certain players now that can never be sold. I mean, literally can never be sold, because what price? And I thought Lamine Yamal had a terrible World Cup, but what price is he at 18 years of age? And he's achieved a lot more than Morgan Rogers, and he's 18 years of age. What price are these players? You'll never be able to buy Mbappe. Forget it. Just forget it. You haven't got.
We heard rumors about Winnie Jr. Wanting to leave Real Madrid. So what's his price? Are we talking 350, 400 million pounds?
Morgan Rogers, you've got no hope in buying Vinicius Jr. The only way you can ever get him now is on a free. There are certain players you can only ever now get on a free transfer. Jude Bellingham, after his World Cup performances and his price at 105, he's unsignable. This is what this market is doing to players that might want to move and might want to play for another club. And you're at that level.
How much better is this Morgan Rogers compared to, let's say, Antonio Nusa or even Oscar Bob or the Norwegian wingers? Where's the levels?
Well, this has always been my long-term argument. Okay, Jarvis. This is honestly, it's always been my long-term argument. When you look at certain players throughout history, when you look at Ronaldinho as an example, you can see the value in him, couldn't you? You could see the value in Diego Maradona. You could see the value in Roy Keane. And you could see the value in Cristiano Ronaldo when Real Madrid took him from us. You could see that value. You could see where it was. I don't see the value in Elliot Anderson. I don't see the value in Morgan Rogers. I don't understand the value of Mateus Fernandes. I don't get that value. These don't make sense to me, because you get a player, you spend 85 million, you spend 117 million, and what does he do? He might run 2 kilometers more than a player at 60 million pounds. But what's the point in that? Is Rogers going to guarantee you 20 goals a season? No, he's not.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I would be surprised if he reaches 20 goals for Chelsea this season.
I mean, he might, but I don't think he is. And then you've got the thought process of how is Chelsea going to play? How is City going to play and utilise Anderson? How is Chelsea going to play? Because when you look at the way that Anderson played, exactly, Leslie, that's exactly what we're talking about. And she's right, by the way. Lampard is being indispensable. He was, because he was 18 to 22 goals a season, wasn't he? Guaranteed. And when you look at the way that Anderson played for England, he was called out of position loads of times by cute play. The first goal for Enzo Fernandez, he was caught out of position because he came across to close down Messi. Well, Messi knew what was happening because he could see him coming. As soon as he come, what did he do, Jarvis? He popped the ball off. There you go. And Fernandez is going, wow, look at all this fucking space. I'll curl at home. Bellingham's going, where the fuck are you, Anderson? You should have been there, not me. And so, there's a lot to be said about football brains. We talk about it all the time. Sorry, Blank, I'll finish in a minute. We talk about it all the time. And I don't think Rogers has got 170 million pounds football brain. And that's the real element to me. So when you go back to it, when you look at history, Zidane, you could see his value, couldn't you? Figo, you could see his value. Rivaldo, not many people like Rivaldo, but you saw his value to the team. You could see what he could do. Cannavaro, Ramos, Pepe. Everybody hates Pepe, but he's got a value to the team. And that's what we've been missing, by the way, for a long, long time. You know, is people add value to the team. And Cunha, without a shadow of a doubt, has added value to Manchester United. You know,
the only thing with Rodgers is he actually used to play for Carrick in the Middlesbrough days. So
yeah, he went from City to, because he was at City, wasn't he, Morgan Rodgers, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, guys. But then you've got and then I'm pretty sure he went to Middlesbrough, played under Carrick. I think you're right on that. So you've got to add value for me. I don't see 117 million pounds worth of value to it. And when you
imagine the pressure, you know, put on the young lads' shoulders right now.
You're the Premier League's most expensive footballer, English footballer. Okay. Now, also, Jarvis, you're paying 117 million for a player that had little minutes. Also, in the World Cup, the biggest stage, you know, and we've looked at players like Mencha for Germany. I didn't think he had a great World Cup at all. I spoke about it.
It was okay, you know. We didn't.
That's what I mean. Okay,
yeah.
Berg, you don't speak about, had a brilliant World Cup, and this is where you go. So, if you look at our current squad, you look at value in our current squad, and if I listed you 3 players, would you say we add value out? And that would be Mount, Xerxes, and Ahmad. And now out those 3, we've only had one piece of value, and that is Ahmad with the goals that he scored last season, the season before, that helped push us a little bit higher up the league.
In the FA Cup, when he scored against Liverpool, the 9 minutes,
Manchester City twice. Well, he won the penalty and he got the goal. So that's all I'm talking about is value, and I don't see great value in the market, which is why when we're going for our third player, and this is why Tielemans at 34 million pounds in today's market, Jarvis, is an absolute fucking steal. I mean, you know, a steal. And Santos at 51 or 52, whatever we paid for him, he's a fucking excellent player. He is a really good footballer, Santos.
But even for him, I think we overpaid a little bit. But okay,
I think we paid it. Yeah, we have, because I bet, you know, the time that, you know, spent on the pitch for Chelsea, I think, you know, people were happy. So look, fair play to Rodgers. Good move for him. Brilliant move for Villa, by the way. Villa, there's no way they'll turn 117 million quid down. It's a great move for Villa, by the way. And there you go.
I agree. Let's go to Blanks' super chat. Thank you for coming in with the $2 super chat, saying good thing about this market highlights the bumps. And obviously, I think as Stu has been talking about now for the last 5 minutes, it's about, are they worth it? Is there value? Are they bringing the value back into the club? Are they getting what you're paying for? So, you know, yeah, obviously, you know, you can buy a car, you can buy a Mercedes 500 SL classic car, or you could buy something, you know, that's really, really nice. But you could also buy one of those monstrosities new type of cars, you know, with a lot of horsepower and, you know, with big brand and all those. Well, is it worth it?
No. You see, years ago, which I always find this quite funny, really. If you the Grand Tour, you like the Grand Tour, don't you?
Yeah, the Grand Tour, yeah.
Because you're a star of the Grand Tour, or your business was. But he makes a point, you know, in there that you could pay £250,000 for a Bentley, £60,000 for a Jag, or what everybody would do, and pay £114,000 for the best car, the Range Rover. And that's that, you know, football has got to that stage right now. It's nuts, mate. It's fucking nuts. Trev, fucking hell. Jesus. A
lot of the legends are tuning in.
Oh, Jesus. Let me just say that. Is that definitely Trev? Fucking hell.
It's Trev is in the building. And I also saw Eddie, and a lot of the legends are in. I see Das is coming in. And yeah, good to see you guys. I hope you have been well. I haven't seen you for a week.
I will be honest. I've just let Trev out of his gimp cage. He's been stuck in a gimp cage for a while. So I've let Trev out tonight so he could come back and say hello. Trevor
can only
also said
type.
nothing like
Can only type. He can't speak.
he can't speak. He's got his mouth zipped. Nothing like a good full Capri. He's absolutely right. Vitonator's in the house as well.
Yeah.
So Boxing Straight Talk. Yeah, Boxing Straight Talk's been talking about Rodgers in the Premier League, 10 goals and 6 assists. There you go. So how do you value 170 million on that? Oh, here's the thing though. Here's the funny thing for me. Villa have got in almost, I think somebody said 200 million, close to over the last, and they bought well in Gomez for Villa. They bought very well in Gomez.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at spending 50 million on Garnacho to replace Rodgers,
but it's just a loan with an option, or is it the obligation? I'm not 100% sure.
Even if it's a loan, it's a silly move, isn't it? But but fair play to Rodgers. Anyway, look, it's not his fault. Not Morgan Rodgers' fault, but
no. But I see the comparison. You wanted to buy a Ferrari and you got a Ford Fiesta. So
yeah, I saw that one.
But talking about 10 goals and 6 assists, that's like Joshua King numbers, and
yeah, I mean, if
it would never be worth that much.
No, if Xerxes had offered similar numbers. You're not getting 117 mil for Xerxes. Not a fucking open hell. And technically he's a better footballer. Technically, he's not as quick, not as speedy, but technically he's a better footballer. But you wouldn't get that type of money.
Yeah.
How much do you think Berbatov would be worth in today's money? Oh, me.
Yeah. Or Ruud.
Oh, Jesus. Forget it. Forget it. If Ruud was playing for us right now, and he'd had those 3 seasons. Forget it. Yeah. You just there's no point. There's no point in going in for Ruud. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, but the valuation of Villa, I think they are quite happy. 117 million pounds for. I think he could easily be replaced for me. Not Garnacho, but someone as good.
Look, Villa are laughing, but. When you look at the Summerville, you talk. I know you want to bring it up later on, but it's a good segue.
No. Let's just go with the flow.
It's a good segue to bring it in now because they've offered 80 million euros for him. 80 million fucking euros. I mean, come on. I know they can afford it.
I've seen some mixed reports when it comes to this, but Romano reports it's 55 million pounds plus a fee of 10 million add-ons for Summerville, and Al Hilal are waiting for Summerville's camp to give the green light to proceed to the medicals. That's the reports that's out from Romano 1 hour ago. So if you
it's a great.
But again, 55 plus 10, that's basically how much that's 80 million euros. Yeah,
it's 80 million euros, and he's okay, Summerville. It's a money deal for him, for the kid, by the way. You probably go in, sign a 300 grand a week contract. Thank you very much. I'll sit out for the 5 years I've got to be here. And if I've got a good, I might get $1 million a week, next time. So, fair enough for him. So, but I mean, ultimately, it's not for us, is it? That type of player, it isn't for us. So I didn't want.
Yeah, okay. Just to say, as Eddie comes in and say, Rodgers is not a striker. His dribbling abilities makes him more expensive. But okay, we paid, how much was it? 60, 55, 58 for Cunha, for example.
64 probably including add-ons. Yeah, so.
Add-ons. Okay, yeah, they were +5 or something. Yeah, but again, I would say Cunha is a better dribbler.
More productive. Yeah, more productive.
Productive. Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yeah, 100%.
Chelsea.
Good point, though, Eddie. Good point.
Trevor comes in and say, how much would Nicholas Jackson be worth in today's market? In your eyes, 100 million. The common man, 15 million. Yeah.
I read somewhere Villaroon for Nicholas Jackson. So he scored 15 times, by the way, for Bayern Munich last season. It's Bayern Munich, we still scored 15 times.
There were some reports on Nicholas Jackson last week. Several clubs are interested, at least as far as I know, in the Prem.
Yeah, fair play to him. I mean, I think that's absolutely.
And Chelsea always been excellent at offloading players. They it's just like, okay, you want to sell him? Yeah, 80 million pounds.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. You want him 80 mil. I mean, this is the thing you see. I think if I'm Cole Palmer, for example, I'm wondering about where I'm going to fit into this. If you're Pedro Neto, you must be wondering where you're going to fit into this. If you're not that it really matters, but if you're Delap, you're wondering about where you're going to fit into this, because João Gomez is likely to play. Again, they've got to move players on, Chelsea have, so there might be a fire sale at Chelsea. You never know. I can't see it, but you never know.
Eddie comes in, nice one, guys. Couldn't a good dribbler, but Morgan looks more tidier. Yeah,
I get that.
You might be right. You might be right.
That's a fair shout. That is. I get that.
Well, I didn't know you were a Chelsea fan. Come in and say, I hope you bring Jackson back to Chelsea. We missed him. Okay.
We used to do the Daily Jackson, Alessia, and
yes,
we used to do the Daily Jackson. We used to have a lot of fun doing the Daily Jackson. So, actually, me and Jarvis think he's a tidy footballer. He offers more than goals. And there's a player, Alessia, that I particularly like at Everton, and he couldn't hit a barn door for fucking toffee. His name's Barry, but fuck me, he makes a huge difference to the way that Everton play, his hold-up play and things like that. And Jackson's very good at holding the ball up, so we'll leave him alone. He's funny as fuck, though.
He is. But yeah, it's not the worst footballer, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just want to see how much.
While you're doing that, somebody brought up a brilliant question. About Xerxes, and I really think we should tackle it, because I'd like to get your opinion on it, because I think he's absolutely right. And I've got to find it. Please tell me I starred it. Oh, bollocks. Anyway, I didn't star it, so I'm sorry. I'll have to find it. But his question was, let me know who asked the question, please. And it's a really good question if you think about it. Is Xerxes a victim of circumstance of modern football, i.e. today's football? Would he have thrived 10 years ago, for example, in the Premier League? I thought that was a really good question, because I think it's right. I think he would. 10 years ago, where it was a slower game, a more technical game, I think he would have survived. I think he'd have been a brilliant player in the Premier League 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, in the Premier League, yes, because I think he would fit perfectly back into the Italian league or maybe the Portuguese league, but no way near the Premier League, because he's too slow. He's not mobile enough.
He's talking about Premier League. So
10 years ago.
His question was, is he a victim of the current Premier League? And I think he is. It's too quick for him. But 10 years ago, I think he'd have fitted in brilliantly. He'd have been a fantastic player 10 years ago. He'd have played the 10 role brilliantly. He'd have had a lot more space. I was sorry, thank you. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I thought I'd start it. I think he'd have had a lot more space. He'd have a lot more time to affect the game. There you go. I think you're absolutely right, Jarvis. Italy, La Liga, and the Premier League 10 years ago. Yes, he would have cooked. I agree.
So let's spend a couple of minutes and talk a little bit about. We haven't been talking about Joshua Zirkzee, and he had a couple of cameos. He came on. I think he did well. Some of the games he stunk up the place. But again, it depends on what we are doing with him. So we could utilize him, let's say, as a bench option coming on for the last 10 minutes if we are chasing a goal, a vocal point, a type of Fellaini type of player we can bring on in the last couple of minutes when we don't rely on the press play as much. It's more about us just pumping the ball up into the box and him, connecting plays with a lot of players around him. So could he be like a plan B? And maybe, because we all know, going by the history of football, having those type of players in your squad is also important. Going by the Ollis of Man United era, what's his name? The guy who came on, scored for Liverpool in the Champions League. We have seen, and Xerxes, and Fellaini, as I mentioned. So some of these players, they are maybe not a starter, but they could be an option.
The trouble with Xerxes, he doesn't fit us. He doesn't fit Manchester United. We've never been able to.
Origi, yes. Origi was the guy. Yes. Thank you, DVD.
He's not actually. He's never found a comfortable position at Manchester United, and I think that's fair enough, because not all players do. We know that Donny van der Beek was an exceptional footballer until he came to Manchester United, and we couldn't find a position that suited him. He couldn't get to grips with the pace of the Premier League, and I think Xerxes' problem is he can't get to grips with the pace of the Premier League. It's not that he's not a fit player, and it's not that he's not a very, very good technical footballer, because he is, but he doesn't seem to fit our club. And it happens to players all the time. It's not.
It was a difficult fit for any club. He was 9.5 or whatever they called it.
And I think he's come to Manchester United. We've talked about this, by the way, a lot. And we said some players have come to Manchester United at completely the wrong time in their career, and the wrong time for Manchester United as a football club. And actually, that's actually been addressed now. That's been addressed. He isn't a good finisher, Ramos. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I did say, and Jarvis will back me up here,
playing him in the 8, yeah,
it'd be a brilliant 8. But I actually think with coming to Manchester United at a certain time, it's not been right for Xerxes, and it hasn't been right wasn't right for Malacia. Had a bad injury. We took him on. We took him and played him against Wrexham, didn't we? Which I thought was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure Malacia went out for his final game against Wrexham. I thought that was quite cool, and I wish him all the best. And I think if Xerxes moved forward and we got a nominal amount of money for him, 25-30 million pounds, brilliant. I've got no ill feeling towards Xerxes. I just don't think he came to Manchester United at the right time. That's my opinion. But we've had it though, Jarvis. We've seen it before. That players have come to Manchester United and it just hasn't worked out for them. Some have come for the money, so that's not even. And here's a great example: Shevchenko, Morientes. You cannot question the quality of Shevchenko and Morientes as footballers and strikers, but they just didn't work. When what's his name? Torres went from Liverpool to Chelsea, it just didn't work out for him as well. So I think we seem to be getting the profiles right. For us, and I think these players that are going to come in like Santos, Tielemans, alongside the players that we've got, I think they do very, very well for us, because I think they've got that type of gumption to want to play for Manchester United. Tielemans for sure, and I think Santos will. So I actually think if I was Xerxes, I'd be looking to go. If the Juventus rumours are true, if they're true, I'd be looking to move on if I was Xerxes. I'd be looking to see if I could force my way back into the.
How old is Xerxes now? Is he 25 or?
He's mid-20s, isn't he? So he's still got plenty of time.
Joshua Xerxes. Let me check. He's born in 2001, so he's 25. He's 25.
It's my boy's age, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to. You come to a stage in your career when you need to play regular football, and at the age of 25, you can't be a bench option anymore. You need to find a new club and actually do something.
Yeah.
Or you will just fade away and become nothing.
You've got a nice bank account, Jarvis, but you've not achieved anything in the game. Exactly right. And I think you should achieve something in the game. If you're into do it, I think you should make it your goal to achieve something in the game. And I think Xerxes will. I think he'd be better positioned in a different club. But that being said, there's no ill will from me towards him, because I think he's an extremely likable character. I think he's great around the dressing room.
Positive, smiley.
I think he's great around the dressing room. I really do. I think the players like him. I think everybody likes him. But, you know, for me, if I was him, I'd be saying, look, guys, I need to go. I need to go and start falling in love with football again. In many ways, Rashford did that. Many ways, Rashford did that when he went to Barcelona, didn't he? We saw a different Rashford at Barcelona. He got that bit between his teeth, and he became important for Barcelona. Why they haven't taken him on is, well, nobody knows, do they? But
No. But when it comes to you know, talking about Rashford a little bit, I just want to mention it. I want to know what you guys think and what we should do about him. You know, I think we are in a predicament now. You know, we heard the reports coming out. Carrick, he wants Rashford, and Rashford, you know, is open to coming back, and you know, it's like it's like a therapy session with an old married couple, you know, who's recently divorced, and can you just sit through a session without fighting? And we are at that stage. It feels like it now with Rashford, but yeah.
Look, you're gonna have to toe the party line, I'm afraid. So if Rashford comes in, then everybody's got to appear to want him. Rashford wants to come back. Carrick wants him, and he's going to use him. I think Rashford should go to Newcastle. I said it earlier on in the stream. I think it'd be brilliant for him. I think he'd be absolutely adored at Newcastle, mate. Rashford. He had an okay World Cup. Didn't have a bad World Cup at all. Didn't have a brilliant one, but didn't have a bad one. I thought he was earlier parts of the World Cup, he was better than Gordon. Latter parts, I think Gordon was better than Rashford. So, you know, that's a fair comment. But I think move him on. I think he'll be a big conundrum for us. I don't think he'd be comfortable coming back, if I'm being honest. I think we should move him on. Do everything we can.
Yeah. Obviously, I think we are, but now it's just like a game. We are just presenting to the world that we can hold hands, we can't be united. But I think end of the day, he needs to go. I agree with Blank. You know, I always, well, not always, but at least the last couple of seasons with Rashford, you know, he was pissing me off all the time. You know, with this diva act and entitlement, and not you know, putting everything on the ground and doing whatever he could for us to win games. You know, maybe he got a lot of the blame and we expected more of him, but getting paid that type of money, I think you know, you need to be a professional.
We've got to pay him 325 a week at the moment, Jarvis. And
yeah
we don't want to be doing
a lot of money.
Yeah, we don't want to be doing it, mate.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
I think it's too much.
Talking about a winger option, we have been linked to Ismail Sarr. I don't know for you. Yeah, we have been linked to him heavily the last couple of days.
Right, the Palace player.
Yes, and Senegal. This report came out. So let me just hide the current comment and enhance this a little bit. But Fabrizio Romano debunked this, saying there is nothing concrete between Man United and Ismail Sarr, and the club is not advancing on any wingers as Marcus Rashford is still here. So we will not pursue Ismail Sarr as it stands. So
you're looking at 80 million quid, mate. I wouldn't even. I think that's complete nonsense.
He had a wonderful World Cup for Senegal.
Oh, he's a great player. He's been brilliant for Palace.
He's Premier League proven. Yeah. I think he's hardworking.
Yeah.
But the player he's versatile. I think he can play on the right, on the left. He can play as a 10, as a striker.
But the Palace player we should be going for is who Chelsea are likely to buy, and that's Lacroix.
Yes.
That's what we should be going for. And Chelsea are already in there. Chelsea aren't question about, we'll have Lacroix. Well, we'll have you. We'll have you. You know, that's who we should be going for. Look, you know, we can't afford Sarr, and you can't afford a 80 million midfielder. You can't afford it. So it doesn't make sense, Ismail Sarr, to me.
Yeah.
We just spent 4 million on this young lad, Tyrone. Is it Tennant or something? I can't remember his name. Apologies, Tyrone. And we should be looking to use him. We've paid money for him, good money. Could be 8 million quid. And could he be an area? We've got Shea Lacey as well. Came on, had a decent game against Wrexham. So you've got Dorgu. It's an area I don't think we need. I've been talking about it for a while, haven't I? All summer. I don't think we need left winger, personally.
No. Well, let's say we went for a player like Sangare, Sanderberg, type of 40 to 50 million on the last midfielder, and I would suspect we would have enough money to go for a decent left back and backup forward option.
Yeah, you get Lewis Hall, wouldn't you? You try and get for Lewis Hall, or at a push you go for Antoine Robinson out of Fulham. We know that. We've been talking about that for a while. You get Robinson cheap and you would Hall, but Hall's a better option for us long term. And I agree. Get yourself a backup striker, and you probably get Mateta for a small amount of money because he wants out, doesn't he? Doesn't want to be around Palace. So you're probably getting for a small amount of money.
Yes.
And that wouldn't be a bad deal, Mateta, because he holds the ball up really, really well. I know he fucks up, but I would certainly look at
I would take Mateta. I think he's a wonderful player as a backup striker, or even as a starting striker. I think he's
great
very raw very strong in his game. He would bring something different. He would push that back line, and occupy two centre backs, no problem. I think he's born for that job.
Our other problem is likely to be if and I think they're going to have to free some money up now, aren't they, to try and get a centre back. I don't think we've got much choice now. That we've got to go out and buy a centre back. I don't know what the injury was to Martínez. Yeah, I don't know what the injury was to Martínez. Whether it was a muscle injury.
Apparently, De Ligt is back in training, so we could see him coming back earlier than expected, at least. Yeah,
it's a trust issue, isn't it? Now with Martínez and De Ligt, it's a trust issue. For me, it's a trust issue. I think you've got to strengthen there as well. But what do we know, our friends? What do we know?
No. He didn't go to Saudi. Still a Palace player.
He's still a Palace player. Still a Palace player. Yeah. I don't think we can afford Ndiaye either. From Everton, I think he's going to be 50, 60, 70. I don't think. Now, if we sold Rashford and got 40 mil. Spence.
Jed Spence, we've sat her criticizing him or Tuchel for bringing Jed Spence into the squad, but I think he was quite good for England, and he has a lot of pace, his recovery pace, and
he had a better World Cup than I thought he would have.
Yes,
but he showed a huge amount of naivety for the second goal. And I will explain that, actually. I know I've said it. I'm going to have to explain it.
Yeah, please.
So when Messi and him were going for the ball, and clearly Messi, by the way, caught Spence's foot. Spence did that pirouette, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
He did that pirouette, and then
But it didn't go down.
He didn't. No, well, I was about to say that. He went down and started doing that, and he allowed Messi to go and pick up the ball and then attack him, and then we know what happens. Now, just imagine that was Cucurella. And that the exact same thing had happened. Two things would have happened. First and foremost, Cucurella would have gone down in the penalty area, rolled around 5 times, arms in the air, screaming at the referee to stop the game. Or
Cucurella would have played dead for 10 minutes after that one.
Or he stays on his feet, he goes out to meet Messi, fouls Messi, pushes him over, fouls him, then he goes down injured. So he's stopping the play. So Jed Spence needs to be a bit more worldly in his game. England needs to be a bit more worldly in their game, because I would have done that That's exactly what I would have done. I'd have either gone down rolling around screaming, which isn't my game, but more than likely I would have gone out and fouled Messi, and then I would have gone down injured. And what would I have done? I'd have killed the game dead. I would have killed it flat. And they don't score from there. They don't score that goal. But he didn't. He did a pirouette. Then he went down, if you watch, to hold his ankle, to which time Messi turned around, got the ball, got the run on him, whipped in his cross, and Lautaro Martínez scores. So it's a little bit nitpicking, everybody, and I'm sure people are already saying I'm nitpicking. But actually, when you look at football intelligence, as much as you would hate Cucurella, that's exactly what he would have done. He would have stopped that game, come what may. You know, he would have stopped the game. And there's two ways to do it. And we wouldn't have conceded. We may have gone through, Jarvis. But everybody's saying, but what about his tackle on Simeone? You know, absolutely great tackle. But there's always two sides to a coin, and you've got to be, you know, at that level, Jarvis. You've got to be at the top of your game, and he wasn't at the top of his game on that occasion.
No. So it's a no from you on Spence.
In 2 years' time, if he continues to develop the way he's developed, he will be one of the best fullbacks on the planet. There's absolutely no two ways about it. It's a great question, but I wouldn't take him right now, but I would in 2 years' time.
Thank you for that super chats, Blank. King Carrick, he goes for Spence, 100%. One of the positives for England. But again, I'm very cautious when it comes to hyping up players in the World Cup. You know, it's a different level. It's not the Premier League. So
look,
again, it is what it is.
But you know as well as I, and you said straight away, Jarvis, what should have happened? He should have, you know, stopped the game for 10 minutes.
You go down. You go down. There's a reason Argentina goes to the finals all the time, and it's not just FIFA or Infantino. It's about understanding the finer arts of the game, or whatever you want to call it. The dark arts.
The way they played against Spain was a disgrace. Paredes in particular was an absolute disgrace. But the way he played against England was how a number 6 should play. And the way that Messi dragged himself out, because he realised, if I stay central, we're not going anywhere, because they're just going to block me. But if I come out wide, they're going to have a problem, because Mr. Anderson doesn't know football, so he's going to trot out. And, you know, if you watch the way that Anderson played against him, every time he got a tackle in, he's like, there you go. I'll fucking follow Messi. And Messi was having a real problem with him, to be fair. He was having a real problem.
He did.
So Messi's like, right, what do? I'm going to take myself out the issue. I'm going to cause him a problem, not him cause me a problem. And that was really interesting. But that's how you win football games, my old mate.
That's how you win football games. By the way, and the madness is in the building. Big up the most positive Man United supporter I know, always cheering and looking at the bright side of being a Man United supporter. He said, normally preseason United don't lose. Now we lose in preseason and win when it matters, 100%. So
and the madness, I was about to say, it's a great comment, because we didn't win all our preseasons under Fergie, by the way.
No. But we used to do under Van Gaal and under Mourinho.
Yeah, we win when it matters. We don't give a fuck about preseason. No points on the thing there. What I was quite surprised about, though, is we went to Helsinki and then came back, and now we're flying out to Norway tomorrow. Why are we doing that? Why didn't we set up camp in Norway? Why didn't we go from Helsinki to Norway and set up camp, training camp?
I don't know. But is it Friday?
It's Friday.
The game is Friday.
You couldn't get a ticket, could you?
No, I couldn't get a ticket, and I have plans this weekend, so I don't want to go to Trondheim. It's an awful flight. You know, I have to go down to Oslo again, and then up to. Russia, but by the way, but we have another super chat first from.
Oh, do we? Sorry, have I missed?
Yeah, we missed a super chat from Blank. So this coming in, thank you, Blank, again. You know, I think now you deserve a small jingle. Let's play the F of Guardiola, and you will get the glasses.
He's going to get the shades. Where's the?
They're not here. I don't know where they are.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Awfully unprepared.
Yeah, very unprepared. Big up Rushmano. Big up Blank again. Bring back Welbeck. Yeah, well, you get no argument from me. So there you go.
I 100% agree.
You get
bring him
argument.
back. He can play the second fiddle. Come in with some know-how about Man United. He knows Carrick well.
He'll score.
Premier League proven. I think he can do well. You know, just manage his minutes, keep him injury free.
Keep him injury free.
Yeah.
Good shout there, Blank. But
good
we
shout.
must do the legend himself, Mr. Rushmano.
Yes. Gifted 20 Tactical Devils membership. Rushmano, you don't have to, but thank you so much. Legend. And guys, if you didn't receive a membership from Rushmano, you can be a member for as little as £99 a month and support the channel. But let's read out some. No, I wanna play him Carrick, before we start.
Oh, you gotta give him a Carrick,
Yeah,
you gotta give him a Carrick, Right, where are we? I'm just crikey.
I'm reaching for my reading glasses.
I've got my reading glasses. So, King's Elbow has got a membership from Rushmano.
Sobo, yeah.
Francisco Zaragoza. That's an exotic name.
Nice name.
Has also received a membership. Stian United.
Big up Stian.
Yeah. Who else has got one? Mike Hill. Low Energy. Skills. Broderick Fall.
Big up Broderick.
Yeah, and Avi Ball. I'll let you go from Avi Ball.
Ball. We have Timu, we have Lazoo, we have Lawrence Burry, we have Tom Horn, we have Delboy, Cat, Adam Bear, 0002, Still Guy, the Dawn getting better out HF. Yeah. We have Smokey, big up Smokey, we have Murio and Hammond, big up guys, and welcome to the Tactical Devils.
Hammond, I think.
And by the way, guys, you can now use the special emojis. There's an emoji of me, and there's an emoji of Stu. There's an emoji of Glazers Out. You can do whatever, just get them into the chat.
Mono emoji, me old mate.
Yes, 100%. I always
legend.
I always forget.
Legend.
Yes.
You need the legend.
Thank legend, you. Yeah, the legend chat. Legend. Yes, I see Rushmano putting out Blazers Out, Tactical Devils logo. We have a logo mark, by the way, and yeah. So yes, guys. Couple of more topics, and then we have a lot of questions. I just want to cover this one. We have been linked to a new player. Let's do a quick breakdown on him. Thank you so much, Rushmano, by the way, for the gifted Tactical Devils memberships. This one came out. We have Fenerbahce star Archie Brown has emerged as a potential left-back target for Man United and Chelsea. We can reveal, according to Graham Bailey. So quick breakdown. Archie Brown, I don't know much about him. He's quite tall for a left back, 190 centimeters. That's 6'1", 6'2". He's 24 years of age, left-footed, very cheap, 11.5 million euros, and his contract ends in 2028. He plays as a left back, left wing back, and left midfielder. His strengths: goals, shot attempts, aerial duels won because of his height, and okay when it comes to touches in the build-up and chances created. Weakness: defensive contribution. Well, puts me off a little bit. He played in Belgium, in Ghent. He played in Lausanne. He came from Derby County from the under-18s, and now he plays for Fenerbahce. This season, 3 goals, 2 assists, 17 games started, 25 matches in total, 1,500 minutes, 7.06 rating. And if you go by his FB refs, let's just see strengths per 90. Very strong when it comes to goal contributions. Passing, successful passes is only in the 83.4 percentile. That's mediocre. His strengths is successful dribbles is in the 89 percentile. He wins a lot of duels, almost 7 duels, 6.5 per game. Wins obviously a lot of aerial duels, 57.5%, and very weak defensively. And just for laughs, I want to bring up his heat map.
Ooh.
And
wow,
yeah, I think he must play as a wing back for Fenerbahce.
He's a wing back.
Yeah.
I look, it'd be remiss of me to say anything more than I know nothing about the kid. So
maybe we can call Wayne Rooney. Maybe he knows him when he managed Derby.
Yeah, when he was on for him at Derby. But look, 11.5 million quid's neither in or there, and it's worth pointing out.
But it's just one of those, strange names you hear about, and maybe there's a player in there.
People weren't overly enthused at the very beginning about Patrick Dorgu. At the very beginning. And Mazzari, okay, 12 million quid for Mazzari. And we got a player in there, haven't we? So
Aiden Heaven,
1.2 million or whatever. So, if he's an option and he's good value for money, and he can play within 3 positions, and his heat map's very strong, by the way, very strong in terms of where he operates. He's more of a wing back than a full back.
You think so? You would think so, yeah.
12 million quid's neither in or there, Jarvis, to be honest. So,
his crosses, I just want to see. I didn't check his crosses. Chances created. Where is it? Successful crosses, very poor. Let me just share this for you guys. So. It's it's basically 17.6%. It's in the 23.5 percentile when it comes to crosses and chances created. So again, he doesn't contribute very much when it comes to.
He's not an attacking wing back then.
No.
So, but actually, when you look at his heat map is the middle third. He doesn't venture into both quarters. Really, he ventures into it, but
yeah.
If he ventures into it, then why is he so bad with his crossing?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, But in a way, I come to a stage where I trust our scouts.
Well, I mean, look.
By this, it's a no for me. I don't think it's good enough, but we'll see. If there are stronger links, Graham Bailey, Team Talk, not the best source. So, yeah.
What does Lewis Hall offer in a heat map comparison? Just out of interest.
Give me 2 seconds. I will do a couple of comments. I will find it.
Yeah.
Give me.
What we got? question. Let me just. Of course, we haven't said anything about Sir Kevin Keegan. What a shame.
Yes. He passed away the other day, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He's a brilliant player. He was.
He was a legend of the game.
Oh, he was an absolute brilliant player.
One of the biggest.
I think so. Let's have a look. Let's hope that Wrexham game is our Grimsby game of last season. I don't think it was that good, to be fair. Lumen says on the road to 2.5k subscribers. Ooh. Yes, we are. Stephanie says on 100 likes. Please get us to 100 likes. That will be amazing.
Quickly on the heat map of Lewis Hall. So this is Lewis Hall's heat map. It's more balanced.
Yeah,
that's very good. Very good.
That's the difference between the two players straight away. Good defensive from Lewis Hall, and but he plays nicely. He can invert quite nicely, and he can hug the touchline quite nicely. At the two, Lewis Hall all day long.
But then again, you're talking about £70 million.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, but to be fair, we won't do it. But I'd be happy with Robinson at Fulham anyway. So I don't know issue.
Yeah. On the good news, I have some good news for you guys. So it's this one. We have someone has retired. Anthony Taylor retires from pro officiating, and it's been an immense privilege. He comes out with a comment. So, Anthony Taylor, thank you for all the missed calls and putting us, giving us something to talk about through the years, at least. Yeah. Will you miss him, Stu?
No, I don't think I'll miss any referee really, but no, he's not been great, Anthony Taylor. But
no, good luck to him. The only referee we miss is Keith Hackett.
Yeah, he had a pretty penny at the World Cup, did Mr. Taylor, so he's quite happy.
Yeah, he can retire now and be.
He can, yeah. Did you see the presentation of the third and fourth place? He gets his pink top, doesn't he? You know, he gets handed. It's unreal.
Compost, you won't be missed, Taylor.
No, I don't think any.
Bye, Taylor. Anthony Egghead Taylor. Crap referee comes in from Tyrone. Good riddance.
He was fucking
oh.
Anyway. I think I think they're pinning their hopes on that Jared Gillett, aren't they?
They are.
They're pinning their hopes on him.
So the only thing I have left is the valuation of Rade Vitek. £15 million apparently is the price United are asking for, and Vitek is open to leaving permanently, but Nate Salt reports this. I'm not sure how we are going to get £15 million for Rade Vitek. Do you think we will be able to achieve something like that?
Oh,
I reckon we will get 5 million plus, let's say, if we're lucky, let's say a buyback clause, 50% sell-on clause on the profit, something like this.
We should be banging a buyback clause in anyway. We should be trying to convince him to stay because he is an exceptional goalkeeper. But push him out on loan rather than sell him. Don't sell him. Put him out on loan. But put him out on loan in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Just stick him out on loan in the Premier League. Send him to Hull.
Coventry. Give him Hull. Coventry.
That's where I'd send him. It'd be brilliant for him, brilliant for us. He'll play all the matches for either Coventry or Hull. That would be the place I would go. Don't sell him.
Yeah,
it's too low. It's way too low. I agree with Compost Smurf. It's too low. Too low.
It is slow, but I can't see other clubs coming in. He's a Man United player and always trying to low ball us when it comes to us selling players.
Take it. Don't take it. Don't do it. If you're going to sell Bayindir for €5 million, you've got to be selling Vitek for 10 to 15. But I don't want to sell him. I've been very, very clear here. I would make him sit out his contract with us. I really would. I don't think we should be bullied. He's too good a goalkeeper, in my opinion, to let go.
Yeah, Luman, thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, share, enjoy all that jazz. But boxing, we had this talk on a show 3-4 weeks ago, and my point is, I don't care if he wants to leave. I don't care. I would have told him, you're staying. You're playing the League Cup games. You're playing the early FA Cup rounds. If you go through early in the Champions League, you will get a sniff in the later games in the group stage, and maybe then you will be ready, and we can see.
Play against Hull City, play against Coventry. We don't have to play Le Mans all the time. We need a brilliant number 2. I was really vocal about it, wasn't I, Jarvis? 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was really vocal. Fuck him. Just, no, sorry, for me, he stays.
And Kovario, he was a decent goalkeeper. He went to Bayer Leverkusen, didn't he? And we sold him for less than 10 million.
Yeah, we sold him for less than 10. Come on, guys. We are on 91 likes.
Smash the like, guys, if you haven't. And guys, it's time for a quick Q&A. Let's do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We have a lot of questions. So if you have any questions, get them in and we will answer as many as possible. That's funny. I like the Q&A. So let's do Q&A intro, guys, and we will be back in 30 seconds. Yes, guys, welcome to
questions. Tons of questions. Let's we better get cracking, my old mate, because we got a load of questions. I would like to go through as many as we possibly can. So we'll start with Bilal. And Bilal says, what was your favorite away days memories as a player? What a great question, that.
Favorite away days when we were allowed to have a pint on the bus on our way home, and we all ended up at the pub. That was the most brilliant moments. That was what football was about back in the days.
Yeah. For me, when I was playing in the League of Wales, before it became, I'm talking when I was 18, 19, just before I got ill, and it was always away to Newtown. Fucking hell, it was hostile. It was people would chuck stuff at you, call you everything. There was fucking sheep behind the main stand, and they sometimes got onto the pitch. But it was hostile. They would be vile to you, especially to the English players. They would be really vile. So yeah, I used to have.
By the way, we have a raid from the Never Foul guys. Cass, you legend. Thank you so much, guys. If you are new, if this is your first time, do us a favor, smash the like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thank you so much, Cass. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Cass. This is more of a statement from Wizard, but I think it's worth pointing. Wizard says 1.78.179 centimeters and below is a perfect height for football and endurance athletes that are on land and not water. All best footballers are under that height. Great point.
It was on the topic we talked about, so I started to remember. I wanted to read it out, but quickly on the new arrivals, we are doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions, get the questions into the chat. We will try to answer as many questions as possible. Since we are at the end of the show, we have more like 15 minutes left. So yeah.
Yeah, we do. Quick question here from Shifan. Shifan is from Uganda, and he says, or she says, I don't know, apologies, so we're going to go with he, she. Have any of you ever visited Africa? East Africa is beautiful.
Unfortunately, I have been to Egypt then, yeah. So, but
I've only been to
never north of south of Sahara. So
yeah. I've been to Tunisia and the Gambia, but never. I would love to. I must admit, I would love to go to Nigeria. I just find that place. I think it would be a fascinating place to go to, but no, just the Gambia and Tunisia, popular tourist places from here in the UK. Great question. Ramos, CG Ramos 7 says, guys, while you were away, did you see the reports that United would consider Mateta as a backup 9? We actually spoke about Matata a bit earlier. I know you were listening to the show, and we spoke about Juve Juve interested in Xerxes. Both myself and Jarvis would take Matata, no problems whatsoever. We like what he stands for. Okay, what have we got next, old friend? Let's have a look. Stephanie says evening Tyrone. that was a bit a while ago. That was. Viva Vendetta says, okay. If a huge offer came for Bruno tomorrow, would you accept it? Me and Jarvis will give you a straight yes or no on this one, and we both are going to say exactly the same.
Huge offer, yes.
Yes.
I would sell it. I would sell it. But that's just me.
Yeah. Same here. We spoke about it a lot, Viva Vendetta, on this particular channel. We feel that as good as Bruno is, he can be a hindrance on occasions. Okay. Here's a great one from Tyrone. Jarvis. Tyrone says, do you rate Archie Gray?
Archie Gray?
Tottenham.
Yeah. That's the guy who used to play for Middlesbrough. Then he went to Spurs.
He's very Leeds. He's Leedsy though. You know, his family is all Leeds. I don't know if he's I don't know if he's Eddie Gray's son or the other one, the other Gray.
Well, he's versatile. I talked about him. Did some scouting on him when he played for Leeds. I believe that's many years ago, like 3 to 4 years ago. And I rated him. He was one of those players I thought we could look at buying him from the championship, but it never utilized. And he's a good player. Yeah, would I have him at Man United? I'm not sure. I haven't seen him too much the last couple of seasons. No.
Yeah, I like him. Good player, solid, very, very strong. Would I take him at United? I'm a bit on the fence with that one, the same as Jarvis, but I do rate him. I think he's a very good player. Very good player. Cheers for that, Tyrone. Sorry, great question. Trev says, this is a good one. What was the best highlight? We know what Jarvis's highlight was. And the biggest disappointment, we know what the biggest disappointment was for Jarvis as well.
It's very easy.
It's very easy. You can go first, old friend.
The biggest disappointment was when our 2-0 goal was disallowed because of Elliot Anderson dropping like a bag of potatoes thrown off a lorry onto the streets. It was just, we had nothing. He just dropped down. And that's the dark art of the game. And obviously Haaland, he pushed him down. So it was a disallowed goal. But in that moment, I thought we were winning and we were about to come into the semi-final of the World Cup. So that's by far the biggest disappointment. And the biggest highlight for me was when Diego Armando Maradona scored that beautiful goal in 1986. So sorry, guys.
Highlight for me was Cape Verde. I thought they were fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The other highlight for me was Paraguay's dark arts against the French. I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The way the Paraguayans played against the French. Nobody liked it. Everybody thought it was bad for football, but I quite liked it. Biggest disappointment of the World Cup. Naivety, really, for England. Our naivety in the big moments of the Argentina match when it really mattered. We were naive. Tuchel was naive. The players were naive. And that's by far our biggest disappointment. I don't think we'd have beaten Spain, I'll be honest with you. But, we were too naive. And we've got a lot to learn still about how to play football at the very, very, very highest level.
No, I don't think so, Stu. I think you're wrong. I think you were good enough to win it. I think you would have beaten Spain if you had gone directly in their throats and played your own game, played with high tempo, intensity, transition game. Just go 100%. And you could score goals. You showed that against France. I think your biggest problems was Thomas Tuchel and his coward tactics in a lot of those games. So that's just my 2 cents.
No, it's great. I'm glad you I'm glad you said that but I think we just showed too much naivety at the right, naivety in a game of that level, Jarvis, if it's critical. And I mentioned Jed Spence, and I agree. I think he had a brilliant World Cup, but at that point, naivety took hold of the game. We lose the game, and we've seen that so many times, haven't we? In critical moments, critical elements of the game, and that's where I think you're right about Tuchel. His tactics were just fucking cowardly, but. And the other highlight was actually England getting to play Norway, because for me and Jarvis, it was quite, because we're not rivals when it comes to football at all. Not even, Jarvis, congratulated us and I was congratulated him. We're not rivals when it comes to football. And actually, we both analysed the Norwegian game pretty similar. We got lucky, England did, and I totally agree. There were certain elements of the game we were better, but there were certain elements that Norway were better, and I think Norway were unlucky. But at the end of the day, only one team can go through, and that's the problem with it. But
yeah.
So that was a highlight. Being able to watch and play Norway was absolutely brilliant. I was pleased about that, I must admit. Bilal wants this question. He's asked it twice. Did France take the bronze medal game seriously?
My honest opinion, no.
Yeah. So my honest opinion, first half, no. Second half, they got a rocket. I think they were quite surprised that they went in 4-0 down. Was it 4-0?
Yes, 4-0 down.
Yeah. And I think they were quite surprised that Deschamps smashed up the dressing room, because they came out completely different. What I don't like about third and fourth place is that by virtue of scoring 2 goals, Mbappe became the tournament's leading goal scorer on 10. You were knocked out of the tournament.
I don't care about stuff like that, It's just a popularity contest in a way, because you can't score those goals by yourself anyway. It's
that's true. Well, I don't want Messi to be the top goal scorer, but you shouldn't get 2 extra goals added when you're knocked out of the tournament. Good question. Question from Trev. This is going to divide opinion for sure.
Okay.
How would you rate United's transfers so far out of 10? I don't think it's too bad.
Tielemans. Who do we have? We have Tielemans, we have Santos,
Darlow,
and Darlow, and a young winger. So we have 4 signings in so far. Yeah. Underwhelming little bit. I think they are sensible signings. I think they are better than we expect, but again, we thought we were getting Elliot Anderson, Tonali, and maybe Matheus Fernandes as the third bench option. But here we are. So it's I'll keep it positive. A 6 from me.
It's a 6 from me too.
I
don't think it's too bad. Yeah, it is. I don't think it's too bad. I think Tielemans is a fabulous buy. I'm very pleased with Santos. And I don't think Darlow is the world's worst third goalkeeper either.
No.
I don't know much about this young lad from Tottenham, but by all accounts, he's an exceptional talent. Real good prospect. And if we can nurture him, then that would be absolutely brilliant. But we need the cherry on the top of the cake for definite. We need the icing, so we need a left back and a midfielder, and if you could get a bit of jam in the middle, i.e. second striker, I think it'll be a very, very good window. But at the moment, it only gets a 6 for me. Chelsea bid £64 million for Alex Scott, and that got kicked back.
Okay.
Here's a good one from Stephanie, the Queen. Stephanie says, what have deceased sporting legends Henry Cooper, Barry Sheen and Kevin Keegan got in common? The only thing I can come up with, apart from them being legends, so it can't be that, is were they all from Doncaster? That's the only thing I can come up with.
Okay.
So I don't know. But that's the only thing
I can't answer that one. So yeah, but it's a good question. Yeah,
I know Kevin Keegan is a Doncaster in, and I know Barry Sheen, I think, was Northern, but I can't remember about Henry Cooper. But I could be wrong. But that would be my thought process. Question from Trev: what's Stu's colour of choice for the new season with his mankini? I'm going to go pearl white. So I'll go on a sunbed first, Trev. But I'm going to go for pearl white for my mankini of choice.
Just to enhance the tan.
The tan, just to enhance the tan.
Yeah,
and the guns. The tan and the guns.
The
guns. Yeah, I wish. Bilal's got a question for you, my old mate, and he says, "Can you speak?"
No. Unfortunately, I don't.
How do you pronounce that? Is that Sami or
Sama?
And what is Sama?
Not Sami. But you Sami, that's but yeah.
Could you enlighten?
Basically, it's the indigenous people of the north of Norway and Sweden and Finland and even Russia. So they don't have like borders, so to say. They are hunters and
yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, okay. So that's a very strange
nomad people.
Yeah,
you can
it's a difficult dialect, is it?
Yes, it's very. Yeah. Okay. But it's an official language in Norway also. So yeah.
Nice question then. Stephanie is what's she say? Is Bruno G related to Ali G? Is his other half called Julie? Bruno G. So Bruno Guimaraes, is he related? So Ali G, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone knows who Ali G is. It's quite funny. It's quite funny.
Have you seen the other film from Sacha Baron Cohen, the guy with the dictator, when he does the 100-meter Olympics? He runs around with the start.
Yeah, I haven't seen the film, but as Stephanie answered it was a Brute advert. So I've got Brute. Steph, I still use Brute. I like Brute. So Brute is a aftershave. There's nothing wrong with Brute. Okay, what else have we got? Bilal says, should Manchester United release Mankini inspired kits? Oh, God. I'm not sure about that one. Only a few of us can pull off a Mankini. Bilal, only a few of us. End of Madness says, Stu and Jarvis, could we loan out Rashford to Salford City Council for free meals, etc.? Could we loan him out to Salford City?
I don't think they could afford his $325 a week, but no. I think that's the problem when it comes to Rashford. But you should go on a loan or something, Get him out of Man United. I don't want him back. No,
I think he should. I think he should move on. That's for sure. Got a few questions to go.
Okay.
And Stephanie's back in with Bruno G. Is he leaving the Barcodes, and where will he end up? Plus, more importantly, is he related to Ali G and his girlfriend? Do you know what? I think if Bruno G was to leave, which I think will be increasingly difficult because of Tonali, I think he'll end up going to Arsenal, personally.
Okay. Yeah, that's his most likely destination. But you would never know. Chelsea could come in, late with a cheeky bid of 169,000 million pounds and just hijack the deal. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. We'll offer you $1 billion. Oh no, we got that wrong. I didn't mean $1 billion. Trev says, Stu, do you think Jarvis would get drunk on a wine gun? My old mate Jarvis, I'll have you know, can hold his alcohol quite well, but when he does tip over the edge, he falls quite far.
Good night, Vienna. Yeah,
it's good night, Vienna, but it takes a lot to climb to the tip before he goes. He's a Marine, don't forget. So no, he can handle his beer. I'm
a marathon runner, not a sprinter when it comes to this.
But when he does fall, that's it. It's all over. It's a very quick decline. Great question. He also says, Jarvis, Do you think Stu looks in the mirror every day? You talking to me? Oh dear,
like Taxi Driver Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Yeah.
You talking to me?
Yeah. I look in the mirror every day and it cracks, Trev. I have to buy a new mirror every day. My missus goes nuts. I have to get a new mirror every day. We have a
lot of questions. Did you?
Yeah. We're kind of almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. So we're going to do more. Jaron Wood says, "Hi guys, we're all united here. Put the teams in order of hate: Arsenal, City, and Liverpool." Oh, it's dead easy for me. Liverpool and City on the same line. Arsenal underneath. I fucking hate the Scouts and I hate City.
For me, growing up, Manchester City, I didn't even know about them. They used to play in the old second division or even third division. For me, it was always Liverpool. So Liverpool 1, City 2, and Arsenal 3 then. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Ramos says, thanks for your question, by the way, John. I like those types of questions. Question, will Jarvis survive the new bars at in the new Old Trafford? Will Stu be left as the only host of Tactical Devils then? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but he's normally okay. What he does, he reckons he's drinking water, but he's actually drinking alcohol. And no, he's good with his beer, Jarvis. He's good with his beer.
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
We're not too shabby, are we, pal? Not too shabby.
No. As long as I got my get my 8 hours of sleep, a glass of water before I go to bed. Yeah, I'm good.
Yes. Trev says, question, what is one happy memory that never leaves you? I think we're probably both on the same page. That's Jakey's birth. It just never leaves you. Yeah, it just never leaves you. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, but besides kids and getting married and getting divorced and all of this, what's your
happy memory that never leaves me if it wasn't the kids? Probably when I broke my collarbone when I was 8 years old playing Kiss Chase, and I was chasing Emma Smith. That's a brilliant memory. I always talk about that.
You broke your collarbone.
I broke my collarbone chasing
Emma Kiss
Smith.
Games.
Playing Kiss Chase, absolutely. True to this day. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was one of the funniest things ever.
Great story.
And it makes me smile. It still makes me smile to this day. All those years ago. Almost 50 years, that is.
Wow.
Almost 50 years ago.
Wow.
But not quite, but almost. What about you, my old mate?
I remember when I think I was 8, and I got that Optimus Prime toy.
Oh, nice!
Unexpected, as a Christmas gift.
Oh, wow.
And when I opened it, I was so surprised. I think that was one of the highlights. When I
do you give your
parents
a hug?
Yes. No, no, it was an uncle who gave it to me. So yeah.
It's even amazing.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it. I was so surprised.
No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Kiss Chase and Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
If you get a chance, stick in your favourite memories that always make you smile, because we'd always like to know. We'd like to see the human side of everybody. 3 questions to go, me old mate.
Okay.
Or maybe 4. 3 questions.
Nuruddin is by the way, live, so we're going to redirect over to.
Mr. Potter says, "Do you want? Do you want to sell or keep the butcher after his display at the World Cup?"
I can start.
I think he's going to divide opinion.
Well, the problem with Martínez Licha is we need him to create. As soon as we meet a low block, he's our only option at the moment. I don't know what Tielemans will bring or Santos, but if you guys remember, for example, the away game against West Ham, Nuno Santos, the Espírito Santos set up, and he just blocked that passing lane from Licha. He tried again and again and again from the left to pass into the central, receive the ball, and try to play that close proximity with Mainu, Cunha, all of them, Bruno, but we couldn't. So we were that easy to just be put off in that game. So again, okay, we can sell him, but who are we bringing in? Who are at that capability of passing and breaking the lines from the back? Because I think we need a special type of player in. So with the current players, no, I don't think we can sell Licha, although he's injury prone. I think we need to keep him.
I would keep him. Tielemans has got the ability to do that, but I would keep Licha. So he had a pretty good World Cup, actually. Wasn't bad. I thought he had a good World Cup. I thought Romero had a good World Cup as well. Just managed to stay on the pitch, didn't he, most of the time anyway? So I don't think he got sent off, did he? Which is unusual. So quick one on this boxing. There is an investigation for sure, but how long it will take and when we'll hear back on that, I don't know. But there was an investigation. It was absolutely shocking.
Yeah,
Raiders needs. It was just abysmal, absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, but if you saw the pictures after the aftermath, I think it started with Rodri actually going into their faces and celebrating. And I'm not trying to excuse Argentina's behavior, because you can't be like that. But again, it's unsportsmanlike. You can't go into the faces of the losers and celebrate after a big win. It's an emotional thing. So in a way, from a human perspective, I can't understand that they are reacting in a situation like that, but they should never have done so. And, it was despicable.
It was distasteful, very distasteful.
Yeah, disgraceful.
I think it's watch this space boxing, to be honest, on that, Paul. But I believe there is an investigation. And finally, she did Argentina take defeat gracefully? No. Sorry, they didn't. Brilliant Q&A. Love that. We haven't had a Q&A for things like ages. So
we haven't had time, but we are even on time. 2 hours, 2 minutes.
It's been nice today. It's been a great show. I've loved it. It's been really good.
And by the way, guys, we will be back on Thursday, 9 p.m. ish. There's no games now, so I think we are back to our usual schedule.
Yeah, should be back. Yeah, on Thursday. Yeah.
And I was thinking of redirecting you guys over to Nuruddin and United Real Therapy. I know they are live now, so I'll just skip the outro and let me just. How do I do this? Edit, media asset, and remove. I'll remove the outro, and you will go directly there. So there will be a link in the comments, and please do us a favor, go to that channel, and write in the chat.
Please say Tactical Devils Raid.
Tactical Devils Raid, and if you came from CAS, always mention CAS Central. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you all always.
And by the way, Stu, before we go, I just want to give a shout out to Blank for gifting us 3 super chats. No, it was 4 super chats.
Unbelievable.
So, 4 super chats. Did we read out all 4 of them? I hope so. Yeah. If we didn't, Blank, I'm so sorry.
Just go through them again. We read that one.
Okay.
Did that.
We didn't do that one.
We missed that one.
Sorry, Blank.
We missed that. If you're still in the chat, mate, we are really, really sorry, and we wouldn't do that on. We're really, really sorry. City spent 116 mil.
For Mason Mount. Yeah.
And oh yes, he's talking about he's talking about
And we spent 55 millions on him and waste of money. But again, thank you so much, Blank, for that $2 super chat. And also I want to shout out Rashmano for gifting 20 Tactical Devils memberships. Please do us a favor, smash the like, subscribe, go over to Nureddin.
Yes.
Type in Tactical Devils Raid and also Cast Raid if you came from his channel first. And we will be back Thursday night, 9 p.m. Thank you, Stu, for tuning in. I want to thank everybody. Top contributor tonight's Blank, Tom Porter, Bilal, Trevor, Ramo, Luman, Wootinator. Thank you so much, Wooty, Legend, Boxing. Is it just me, Tyrone, Dave, She's Fan, Stephanie, End the Madness, Yalim Almin, Vincent Bullock, Aaron Mitchell, King Sobo, Nicky T, all of you legends. Thank you so much. It's been a great show, and we will see you on the next one. Have a good night, and bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Take care.